Hello friends, I hope all are doing well. Today is 29 November 2025. I am here to share with you today's most important and interesting news. So let's start without delay. First news about Indian GDP. Indian GDP grew 7.8 percentage to 8.2 percentage. That means approximately 0.4 percentage increase, and the difference between quarter first to quarter second. 8.2 percentage is the GDP of the second quarter, but first quarter 7.8 percentage was the GDP, and that difference directly shown our goods and domestic product. Let's see how increase 0.4 percentage in the second quarter, because there are two factors most important, and it's put very best effect on our GDP. GDP's formula are there: C plus I plus G plus in bracket X minus M. That means C is equal to consumption. In our nation, every citizen every day what buying and saying, that's called consumption, means everyday routine, our spending. Next, I stand for investment, business investment. Businessman wanted to grow, so that reason whatever money invest in this, that is sector, personal sector, that's called investment. Second, government investment. Government is spending, the money for the construction, the road construction, building hospital and services which provided by the government. Also they are paying the salary for services like teacher, police, army, air force, navy and other services. And last, X minus M, it's stand for net profit. That means X stand for export and M stand for import. If export increase, then it's a help to increase the GDP. If import increasing, their own GDP will be go down. So those formula easily understand us what is exact GDP. And presently consumption means the festival have in the second quarter lot of, so that reason businessmen invest their money, they produce their product and sold in our nation. And 0.4 percent is increasing GDP is showing for the all world. India making a lot of products and sold in our nation, making India that effect very favorable for our GDP. Let's just see the little bit history of the GDP. First time in 1934, economist of an American, Simon Nuznets, he's the introduced GDP first time. He got idea and he wanted to identify how many employees left their job and how many money have in their India, how in their country. Thereon they start their idea in the year of 1934, but got approval in the year of 1944 in the Britain. An international organization agreed of taken the GDP, and in all world spread GDP after 1944. In India, in after independence, India started the GDP, and in the year of 1950, thereon every 5 year make a plan and implement GDP in our nation. And every financial year they have 4 quarter. Every quarter has 3 months, and 3 multiply 4 is equal to 12 months. Mean in a year 12 months are there, and every year have 4 quarters. And this month November month is the third quarter of financial year. And National Statistic Organization show the counting the data of the GDP, and it's showing the data of the quarters, and it's called the GDP. That means 8.2 percentage data given by the National Statistic Department, and this data analysis, and it's a show that country economy our, and that country the government is spending and all about that. Let's go to the next news. Next news about Russia and India. Russian President Vladimir Putin will be visiting at India on 4 and 5th December 2025. Let's see what is the agenda of that visit. Agenda are they discuss on the military cooperation and the bilateral talk and also the trade. Let's see the trade between the both countries. India export a lot of amount, approximately 50% of total GDP that exported to the Russia. There we mention the computer parts, medicine, ready medicine, those are export a lot of amount to the Russia. And import from the Russia is crude oil, means raw oil, approximately 48 billion US dollar. Thereon ready crude oil, it's approximately 4 billion US dollar. And there are diamond for making a jewelry, it's a 2 billion US dollar. And coal and coke, that means a 4 billion US dollar. Those we product import and export with the Russia, and it's a show the friendship with the Russia to the all world. Instead of USA President Donald Trump put a 25% extra tariff, we continuously help to the Russia and continuously ongoing the trade with Russia. Why use their help? Because recently, the conflict created between Russia and Ukraine, and whenever we fire to other countries, they invest money and ammunitions. So whenever we doing a trade with Russia, that time Russia invest that money for their military cooperation. So it's a sign of the military cooperation. Let's move over the next news. Next news about India and Afghanistan. India and Afghanistan both are approval for resume cargo flight. What is that news exact? First time cargo flight start in the year of 2017, but stop the cargo flight in the year 2021 due to Taliban took over charge on the central government. But recently, Taliban Minister Nurmuddin visited at the India at New Delhi, and they discussed with our external affairs and our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. That time they start and agreed for the trade, means we top buyer from the Afghanistan dry fruits, saffron and nut, approximately 45% trade we doing with the Afghanistan, and it's import from Afghanistan. So that reason we agreed for the cargo flight, and it's best for save time and to bypass the Pakistan. We manufacture and build a port at the southern Iran, and it's called Chabahar port, and we're doing all trade through Chabahar port to Afghanistan, and we there invest $400 million US. That means more much money we invest there. It's a manufacture road by India into the Afghanistan, and not only road manufacture but Salma Dam also manufactured by the India in the Afghanistan, and it's generator 42 megawatt electricity, and it's provided to the Afghanistan. That is both country relationship has very well, because we need best relationship, maintain relationship with Afghanistan, because if we did China pin down, so how China pin down and Pakistan pin down, because Afghanistan share its border with Pakistan around 2600 kilometer, and with us 106 kilometer, and with also China. Both country counter attacked on us, but we improve relationship with the surrounding country of them. Thereon it's called like isolated, and if we isolate the Pakistan, thereon it's a best opportunity to us for improve our GDP and focus on in our internal matter. So let's see the geographical location of the Afghanistan. Afghanistan is an Asian continent country, and its surrounding countries are Uzbekistan to the north, Turkmenistan to the northwest, and Tajikistan to the northeast. China and India to the east side, Pakistan to the south, and Iran to the west side. Approximately 2600 kilometers share border with the Pakistan, and with India 106 kilometers share the border. Recently, Afghanistan and India tried to build their relationship with a closer, because when we close with Afghanistan, it's a best opportunity to us, because northern side of the Pakistan if engaged by the Afghanistan, thereon it's a beneficial to us, because they are divided the defense sector into the two part, and it's a best opportunity to us. Let's move to the next news. Next news about USA President Donald Trump taken decision freeze migrants from third world. What exactly happened? Firstly, we see what is the third world. Third world, that means the poorest country, whose country not developing and developed, those country called third world. And news happened an incident in USA. Afghanistan person who's age 26, and he helped to Central Investigation Agency regarding getting information about the Taliban, and helped to CIA. That person killed 2 soldiers in USA, and it's happened very badly situation in the USA. So that reason Donald Trump had taken decision freeze all migrants. He firstly checked the nationality whose migrants are stay in the USA, and if that migrants have child, but USA not getting citizenship of that child. So that reason USA decided all migrants are removed from the USA, and it's like a close the door for the third world countries. Thank you so much friends who are listening carefully and watching this video. It's helpful for your upcoming examination.